It's showtime.
BS&B Media, in association with STWF-TV, the podcasting network.
Introducing the best in the world! Ooh, yeah!
Welcome into the show today. Best in the world. Hashtag BITW. I'm Dale. And as usual, we got Trell, the OTC from Sports. What's going on, man?
Yeah, man, what's going on? Another Thursday. That means it's the end of the week.
Yep. Always looking forward to that weekend, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, indeed, man. We have a weekend of wrestling that's going to happen. The WWE is still going to Saudi. So y'all thought some missiles was going to stop them. Hell no. They want that money. Get that Saudi money.
That blood money. That's, they getting that Arab money, you know?
They getting it. They getting it. And look, I mean, honestly, like we have seen a change from the very first Saudi show to the ones that they're producing now, in particular with the female entertainers.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy to see that. Hopefully, we get a little bit more progress. This deal ain't going away anytime soon.
Oh, no, it's not.
What's your prediction, I guess, for like maybe something new you might see?
I wouldn't be surprised if one day they have a female main event there.
Okay.
If to all the single guys out there, if you're looking for a different wardrobe type of change, that ain't happening. they ain't changing the policies on that. So
Right.
other than that, yeah, I'm pretty sure sooner or later you're gonna get like some main event, women talent main eventing Saudi shows. And well deserved too. So
Yeah.
show like the girls out there, the princesses, the out there, get to see the women shine in the main event. So I think that's probably the next change probably that's gonna come up one of these days. Maybe they might have Evolution one of these days, one of these years in Saudi. So you never know, man.
Yeah. That'd be a big surprise there.
Yep.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about Night of Champions. In particular,
Mm-hmm.
let's focus on Cena and CM Punk. Who is the GOAT out of these two wrestlers? Who are you ranking higher?
I mean, definitely gonna go with Cena. I mean, Cena's literally the GOAT. Championships aside, Mr. No Days Off.
Right.
The only time he really don't work is when he's legit injured, and that's even rare. I mean, the only time he took even when he had that big old thing on his elbow that needed surgery, he was still working.
Yep.
So
his rehab is like legendary.
Yeah. I mean, he was supposed to be now for almost a year. He came back in what, 6 months?
Yes.
So it's he was a freak of nature back in the day, man. So that's GOAT status. I mean, he literally was from the OVW. He was literally a handpicked, homegrown talent. Became the man that he is now. So that's GOAT status.
Yes, I agree. Look, John Cena is a household name that non-wrestling fans will recognize.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say the same thing for CM Punk. Not saying he's not, recognizable, but I think to the casual fan, he's less recognizable to them. And just the longevity of Cena. Like he's got crazy longevity, and CM Punk took a lot of time off.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He took what 7 years off,
Yes,
but I will say though, in his defense, the man was gone 7 years,
they're still chanting.
and his name was still buzzing
Absolutely.
every time for 7 years. So we can't really ignore that. I mean, it's pretty much a household name if you think about it, because otherwise his name would have been chanted. He would have been forgotten, and whether it was UFC, WWE, when they was in Chicago or anywhere, they know who that guy was, and especially if Triple H and Stephanie were in the arenas, just out of spite, CM Punk's name rings out. So
Yes,
he's
absolutely.
like one of the greatest rivals to John Cena outside of Orton. But yeah, those two are like connected. So, but yeah,
Okay. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that, man. So, all right, let's go forward. Talk about some news and rumors. Chad Gable is injured. It's unknown how long he's going to be out. The injury is like unknown, so it's not just out there. But
yeah,
he's
it's a
been like a
shoulder.
workhorse, man. Shame.
Yeah, yeah, it was a shoulder injury.
Shoulder. Okay.
So it's funny how when they post a picture of Chad Gable, they have Grande
Yes.
Americano next to it, but when they pull up the list of injuries, they have Chad Gable up here, and at the bottom of the list, they have Grande Americano. Like it's a separate person. So,
That's right.
but yeah, man, the dude was a workhorse. That angle with Penta, it makes sense now, to write him off to make it seem like Penta hurt him, so he already has a few when he comes back to pick up the luchador killer persona that
Exactly.
unofficially has been dubbed. But yeah, man, it sucks because he's like the MVP of the Raw roster, man. He's been putting on matches. He did double duty on the Money in the Bank weekend. Actually, triple if you count the matches he had on Raw. So he was the Iron Man of the summer, so to speak.
Yeah.
So that sucks. I hate to see it for
Absolutely.
him.
Absolutely, man. And LFG season 2 premiered this past weekend. Michelle McCool has replaced Mickey James, and Booker T's pissed off about how things unfolded on the first episode. They gave Michelle the first pick, and she picked both his guys. They're pretty much using just about everybody they used from last year.
Well, yeah,
and adding some new people in.
yeah.
What do you think about that?
I actually thought it was this weekend. So dang, I already missed an episode already. I gotta catch up. But I don't know what Booker T thought. I mean, that's kind of like it would be like an unfair advantage if you pick the same again. So I don't know why he would think that would have been smart, and he thinking he was gonna have the same people again. So yeah, I'm not really mad at Michelle picking his guys because it's only right. I mean, you can't run it back with the same people all the time. I mean,
look, what explanation is he put in the time with these people?
Yeah,
I get that. I put in some time with him, and now you about to benefit off the time I put in.
Hey, well, there's a reason why your team didn't win. So maybe somebody else, teach them a little bit of something else and give them the extra. And if they win, if one of those people wins, and they on Michelle McCool's team, she taught them something that you didn't. And the fact that she's married to the Undertaker, that's twice the coaching. So hey,
Absolutely.
You can't run it back with the same roster every time, man. That's sometimes you gotta, I mean, I don't know why he's mad for his biggest guy is turning up on NXT right now. So why is he mad?
Well, he wants to win. He wants the championship, and he wants to have his people and win the championship. That's what it is.
I mean, come on now. I mean, what's her name? The chick that was Undertaker's favorite. Did she come back?
Yes,
Did Booker
Bailey.
T? Did Booker T pick her?
No, they hadn't finished picking teams.
Oh well,
It ended with just 2 people being picked.
well he should pick her and shut up.
Booker T like walked off because he was pissed that she picked both his guys. So, yeah.
I mean, she did her homework. She's like, okay, these 2 are the favorites. Let me get these guys. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
But do you like them running it back with like just about the same cast?
That part I don't understand is why they're bringing them back for another season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they already did the first season. You could have just sent them all to Evolve and,
right,
or send them back to the PC if they're not ready, and then send them to Evolve. Bringing them back for another season, that's pretty much taking a spot from someone who, paid to be there or whatever, getting paid to be there and wants to learn, and now they got to wait again to probably season 3 to get a shot where they should have been on there in season 2. So, yeah,
well, to me, it defeats the whole thing of you're going home now. Like no, you're not. You go into the next room. You'll be back tomorrow.
Right. So it's like, I mean, if they're gonna be at the PC, at least like, well, you won't be back on the show.
Right.
Unless they have a special invitation, they can bring back one person who was sent home a previous season or something like that. But yeah, if you lose, you're off the show permanently. You still be in the PC, but you're off the show permanently. So it's like, why bring them back?
Yes,
so it's
exactly. Yeah, that's what I will get.
It is. Come on, Sean. The one flaw he has.
Yep. So, but that said, I'm still gonna watch it.
Oh yeah.
Do you compare it to the Ultimate Fighter? I don't know if you watched that before with UFC.
I used to watch the Ultimate Fighter a lot back in its heyday. I don't think I've ever seen anyone come back in another season. If they have, I missed.
They have, but it's not like the next season. It'll just be like, let's say they do all heavyweights. Then they may bring back a heavyweight from a former season and put them in the house, that kind of thing. So,
yeah. I mean, if they're gonna do that, and then maybe like season 3, bring back someone from season 1 who's still in the PC, who's still not. I mean, 2 seasons from now, they should already be in Evolve for NXT by now. But I wouldn't compare it to US Ultimate Fighter just yet because you're not living in a house. Now, if they start doing that, have these stars, living in this little house and they train and stuff. If they can tap into that, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's what they did with Tough Enough, and I'm not sure why they didn't do that angle at all this time around.
Yeah, I don't get it either because that would have been something to have them stuck in the house and see how they get along, see the real beef that but
right.
It is what it is. But yeah, bring some new talent. Don't bring back the old ones. If you didn't like them, why are you bringing them back?
Exactly. Exactly. All right. Pat McAfee has commented on his time off. Basically, it comes down to him being exhausted. And WWE allowing him to have some time off, and he's taking it. He says he produces 5 shows a week, every day, waking up early and everything like that. And then doing college football, and then on top of that, doing WWE. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of jobs and ESPN spots, stuff like that too. But I'm pretty sure it's a big check that comes along with these things too.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why you said yes to these things.
And also he's a dad too, so it's I mean, I was wondering what was happening with him, but to him to say he's been burnt out, like I get it, you got too much on your plate and stuff. So, but eventually he'll be back. I mean, everybody hits that. Not everyone has these shows going on here, producing this, producing that. You still got the ESPN gig you have to do. So it was either that or crash and burn. And, he's a family man too. So you got to
Definitely don't want that.
start doing priorities and stuff. And, they love Pat McAfee. So big up to WWE for accommodating him.
Yeah.
But, he's going to owe them. So eventually, hey, I get it, but we're going to need you here. So,
Oh, yeah. It's a slow time right now. And then he managed to get out of going to Saudi. So,
yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
All right. How you doing, Lena? Good
Hey,
to
Lena.
see you. All right. And our last one on this slide. Rumors say the Beast Mortals is dating Mercedes Monet.
Hey, good for her. Good
Now
for
I'm really
her.
curious of what this guy looks like under this mask, bro.
She probably wears the mask. You know what? Anyway, that's not my business. But yeah, man, that's good for her. She's actually dating an actual wrestler. I mean, not.
Yeah, the actual
I
wrestler.
mean, she's been divorced for a hot minute, so or separated for a hot minute. So good for her. She's getting back up there, getting back out there in the world. So if it's true, cool. Happy for her. Maybe that's why he's getting those main events back to back on Dynamite, huh?
Cutting out, man. I'm telling you. So, all right, yeah, that's the best match you ever won. Beast Mortals, right there. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that girl getting broken in half. But anyway,
for real though. All right, let's talk some AEW. The Hurt Business. They're going to defend against Speedball Mike Bailey and the Jet. I guess for the tag team titles. I guess it's going to be happening at All In on July 12th.
mm-hmm.
What was your thoughts about this whole segment here with Hurt Business and those guys out there?
I thought it was funny how they put them to a table, and then they were like, "All right, give us that introduction." So they literally just played their intro, and they came out like it was nobody there. So I thought that was pretty comical.
Yeah.
Her business, obviously, they're gonna smash them. They're not losing those titles because the way they pretty much put out the gauntlet is like somebody come up and step up to it. So I'm wondering what tag team that's gonna be. Will it end up being Swerve and Will Ospreay? Who knows? But hopefully there's an end game because I would like to see who's gonna stop Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. So I like that segment. It was a pretty cool segment. The MGF one that was pretty cool as well.
Well, like MJF always gonna do his thing, man. Always.
Yeah.
The first part of the AEW show, we had Swerve and Ospreay have a confrontation with the founding fathers. I freaking love that. Okay.
Yeah, kind of sounds like Purge.
Yes, I love
it. Blessed founding fathers.
Yes. But they're supposed to have the EVP titles on the line. So what do you think about that angle of the match there?
This is gonna be hilarious if the Young Bucks actually lose this match because it's gonna give me the Stone Cold Steve Austin when he was like the CEO, co-CEO back in the day at headquarters. So to see Ospreay and Swerve become EVPs for the day or however long it's gonna be, I don't know if they're gonna pull the trigger on that, but there'd be something interesting. I'd be looking forward to watching every week if they actually do happen. That they're actually gonna book themselves to lose, EVP status while still being EVPs, but to have them lose, that I would love to see that.
Pretty funny, yeah. That's a cool little angle there. I thought that was pretty cool. Kota Ibushi has a match on Dynamite. Now, I will say this. It's one of the things I don't like when somebody from New Japan comes, they have these big stare downs with this other guy, and they're like, oh, and I'm like, I don't know nothing about their history. I know nothing. Don't assume I've watched New Japan because I haven't.
Yeah, I know a little bit of their history, but what I don't like is that they do a little stare down. 2 seconds later, the match is announced. It's like you don't do a stare down like that. Build up to it. I mean, why are we getting this next week on Dynamite just because it's in Ontario? They're gonna give this to us for free right before he takes on Kenny Omega at All In. It's like, why are you giving us these ultimate matches before the actual match? It's like, and you still teasing him and the dude from Don Callis' family, Tashida.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're teasing that too. So it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Like I know nothing about their beef. You know,
they don't have. That's the thing. I don't think they have a beef. It's just one of those. They just came in contact with each other. It's like, ooh, I would pay money to see this, and they've been teasing this for like ever since Okada showed up.
Yeah, what's his name said it was going to be the last time we worked together or something like that. So yeah.
I mean, I get it, but it's like they're giving us too much at one time. It's like you got literally 3 good feuds with Okada lined up. Take your time with them. Yes. Ibushi can wait. It doesn't have to be next week.
Jade Cargill conspiracy. Tell me about. I don't think I've heard anything about a Jade Cargill conspiracy.
Me neither. I don't know.
Yeah. Educate me.
Yeah. Make it make sense.
Let me look it up on Twitter real quick. See. Well, we talk about who attacked Jade. Is that what we doing? Yeah, we did that, right?
I thought we'd been there, done that on that one. But who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's AEW. Dynamite at least. Oh yeah, forgot about one more thing with Dynamite. Athena was on AEW.
Yeah, I couldn't believe my eyes. I'm like, wait a minute. And I'm watching this match go down, and then out of nowhere, it just clicked. I'm like, wait, they got Athena on TV.
Yeah.
And that's why I texted the group chat, like, here we go.
Yeah, fatal 4-way match. She has Zoe Stark with her and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm just glad to see her again. Kind of forgot what she looked like for a second there. Apparently her and Thunder Rosa got a ROH title match coming up for the championship. If that'd be cool if Thunder Rosa can win that, at least give her something. I don't know why they got him in the Casino Battle Royal. I mean, these guys are from Texas. They should. If this is the one time I would say bring the Ring of Honor championship match to All In, to an AEW pay-per-view.
Yeah.
They're from Texas. Let them show out in front of their family, So, because they're just going to get lost in the shuffle in this Casino Battle Royal unless I'm assuming Athena's going to win this because we all know Mercedes is going to, I'm sorry, Deb, but we all know Mercedes is going to beat Toni Storm. So if Athena wins the Battle Royal, maybe we get that rematch and maybe Athena can beat Mercedes down the line.
Okay, so there is a ROH show in Arlington that same weekend, the day before. Supercard of Honor. So that's probably where they're going to end up doing this.
Yeah. I'm just saying if they want to do something else, but I get it, you know. So I'm assuming Athena's gonna lose because if I see another champion walk into a casino battle royal, I'm gonna complain because what's she doing there? If that's the case, have her do another title offense. I don't know. Have her do double duty. I don't know. But champions should not be in battle royals for other championships.
Yeah, I'm with it. I do like that Mina keeps coming out to save Tony Storm because so at least once they take the championship from Tony Storm, we're gonna get some Tony and Mina, which I'm all for.
Oh, it might give Mina and Mercedes.
Okay, but
Also,
I mean, I'm saying Mina and Tony gonna be together. That's what.
yeah. You know the Dale Delight.
Yes, what everybody wants.
No, it's just a Dale Delight.
All right, let's talk about Ron Killings. He comes out and he attacks the guy from Pretty Deadly. I don't know what his name is.
Yeah, don't ask me. Yeah, one of them.
Beats him down, all that kind of stuff. They get him to the back. Just what we're gonna be seeing from our troop. Let's just attack random people until we get our get back with John Cena.
I mean, he already had 2 matches against Cena. He already has a rematch. So, I don't know what's.
Yeah, but he won via disqualification, right?
Yep, just like 12 years ago.
That means you get live for a title shot. Yeah,
I mean, I'm anxious to see what they got for Truth because they brought him back after fan backlash. So this run,
yes.
I'm curious to see how they're gonna book him and what's next. He's gonna go around just attacking people just because. What's the end game? Because right now he's a combination of Ron Killings from TNA and R-Truth from 12 years ago in Capital Punishment. R-Truth when he was still talking to Lil Jimmy or whoever he's talking to. So I like how they mixed that in. Like he's not being funny, but it's still funny to us.
Yes.
So he's literally that crazy homeless man that that talks to himself, but you don't want to cross him because he's still fit enough to break your jaw. So, but yeah, I'm just anxious to see what's next.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And let's go to Tiffy, Naomi, and Nia. I don't know the way that this played out on SmackDown. It kind of got me thinking maybe we got a 3-way going on here.
I mean, SmackDown is gonna be interesting tomorrow because Tiffany and Nia got that last woman standing match. So and it is in Saudi, so I would not be surprised if Naomi cashes in. But if she's not even there, I'm not gonna be mad because there was a lot of people who were very apprehensive of going to Saudi in the first place. So,
okay.
Oh yeah, they were not thrilled to say the least. They kind of with rightfully so, with everything that happened last weekend.
Right.
They were up in arms about going over there. So, but they're going. So it depends who shows up, who don't. So we don't see Naomi on SmackDown. She sat out, but this smells like a setup for a cash in. If Tiffany can actually beat Nia without any interference, then we're getting Jade versus Tiffy at some point. Because I got Jade winning the Queen of the Ring, so we're gonna get Tiffy and Jade at some point, unless she does cashes in and SummerSlam we get Jade and Naomi, or maybe Jade and Naomi and Evolution. So we'll see how they play that out. We'll see how quickly WWE pulls the trigger and have Naomi cash in.
Okay. Yeah. I think we're gonna get like a tease, and so that's why I think Naomi's gonna be there, for a teasing cash in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when I saw Triple H post on Twitter, that they landed safely in Saudi, I thought it meant, I guess everybody's okay with it, and everybody's gonna be there. That's my assumption.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they talked it over with the prince and, assure everyone's safety and all that stuff. So whether they wanted to or not, end of the day, still got a job to do. So, so it's like, I'm pretty sure they had everything they had all their affairs in order just in case, which, it won't be necessary. So just get in, do the show, get out.
I know that's right.
Don't even sleep. Don't even sleep at night for the hotel. Just hop back on the plane, sleep on the plane, and get the hell up out of there.
Let's see. Tiffany cashed in on Nia when she faced Naomi. Tomorrow is the last woman standing match. Naomi will cash in. All right.
It's possible.
Predictions cash in.
I mean, it's a very predictable situation. So hopefully they wait a little bit. Because she can still cash in the middle of Jade, beating Tiffany or something like that. So it can still happen, but I will wait. Who knows? What if maybe Bianca made the trip? I don't know.
So in kayfabe, the referee runs down with the person with the briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
They get into the ring.
Mm-hmm.
The person hands in the briefcase, and the referee still has no idea what they want. How is that possible?
I was like,
you ran down here with me.
Maybe he was asleep. Maybe the man was taking a nap, and someone just busted through the door, yanked him up. Hey, we're going. He's like, wait, what? What? And he just started running because you're getting dragged, and maybe he was still waking up. You're like, wait, you want to do what now? Oh, yeah. Cash in. Yeah. You sure? Yeah. All right, don't worry about it. All right, I got it. Wait, you sure? I'm like, the drag out is like, bro, we know they're cashing in. Just ask them, are you sure? One time, and go to Alicia Taylor and just let her know what's going on. You gotta ask 5 times, like, oh.
It's ridiculous.
Nope. So, but hopefully she doesn't cash in so soon. And if she does, I hope it's not a failed attempt. I hope she gets stopped. Maybe Nia wakes up and stops her, or something. Because I think they should wait. But hey, I'll be happy nonetheless if she does cash in.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Then we could get Naomi versus Jade at SummerSlam.
I think we get in there regardless, but you still got Evolution too. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe she should hold out and cash in at Evolution. Maybe cash in on Jade. Jade wins the championship. Naomi cashes in.
That makes Evolution really important too. So
yeah, and you can add Nia in the mix to interfere or something, just in case something happened and she didn't win on Friday. Have her interfere at Evolution, set up for the cash in. Boom.
Do you think successful cash in? Because all the women's cash ins have been 100%. Somebody's got to fail eventually.
Yeah, but I'm not putting that in the atmosphere. She got to win. She got to win.
Yeah.
She got to win. I mean, I don't think they're going to have her fail the cash in and still wind up being in the championship match at SummerSlam and didn't have her win, because what was the purpose of her having the briefcase if she's going to get the title match anyway? So
yeah.
I think she should win. That undefeated streak should keep going. Eventually, like you said, someone's going to fail. A woman's going to fail eventually, but it's just the women they pick we actually want them to cash in.
Mhm.
Except maybe Carmella. I think Carmella should have had a failed cash in, but
I loved her cash in.
she had two of them.
I loved her winning. Winning twice.
she had two cash ins after winning the Money in the Bank twice. So but she should have had a failed cash in. Everyone else, deserved to win.
I was all down with the Melez money train.
Oh, I was too. But if anyone would have failed a cash in, I would have been mad if she failed. I would have been cool. Totally fine. Totally fine.
All right. Now, is there a partnership brewing between Jacob Fatu and Big Jim?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Jacob's going to have backup. He's going to need backup because Solo's going to have more backup eventually. So, yeah.
Because I heard the Usos were getting back together.
Yeah, man.
If Jacob here, we're going to be tagging with Jacob.
For now, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Big Jim and Jacob, the J&J Samoans, man, I can see it. They go because lately Jacob really hasn't done anything to Jimmy and vice versa. So they're setting up that, that's I'll help you take down my little brother. You know what I'm saying? So for now, yeah, that's happening. The Bay Boys are going to be tag teaming eventually until Jay, gets into the fold, which, might be anytime soon, probably for the summer.
Yeah. Got it. All right. Let's talk NXT. And first off, I want to start off with Blake Monroe.
I knew it.
Because I'm hearing backstage she's getting heat for the promo she cut. They're saying that she sounded too heelish, and this is not the character that they're developing for.
I mean, when we all heard that she was signing, that's one of the questions, like, how successful are they going to be having her as a face when she's so good as a heel?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, she doesn't even come off as a babyface because this character she's built in AEW is so good that it's like it's just that vicious, sweetheart that's can rip your face off. So I don't know. I don't understand the actual heat. I mean, she's just doing what the character is. I mean, she's not kissing babies, high-fiving fans.
Yeah.
There's a lot of baby faces right now that still don't do that. LA Knight doesn't high-five fans or anything. So, and it's the same character that he had when he was a heel. So, I mean, if they don't see any progress as a face, flip her, have her turn heel. But who's gonna be the victim of that? Because JC Jane is the heel right now, and I guess their end game is to have Blake Monroe become champ. Wait till she takes the title off of JC, and then whoever the next challenger is, have her turn heel. Then, if they don't see any progress, but this is what you got. This is the character, the glamour. You wanted the glamour.
So, I mean, if she's getting heat. And they're saying like they don't want her to be like this vicious and beautiful person. They just want her to be, just this beautiful face.
If that's the case, don't push her so quickly towards the championship. Have her just come in, sign, and then play the field. See how things go. Like, why automatically put her in the championship picture? That's their fault.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now everybody needs a title match within, the first 30 days of them being signed.
For real, though. they did this with several people now.
Yeah. Stephanie and Julia came in on the scene within 6 months. They were champions.
Yes. Ethan Page, same thing.
Yeah. Ricky Saints, same thing.
Saints.
They don't need championships so quickly. Build these people. like figure out what you want from her, and then wait.
More importantly, let the crowd tell you what they like.
Yeah,
Because ultimately, that's what matters. Not
yeah.
whatever character you dreamed up.
Exactly. And they're letting her bring in this persona. It's like let it breathe a little bit. Have her walk around and look at Zarya. I mean, she didn't get a title shot.
Yeah.
Like on the way in, she's they figuring out with her what they're gonna do with her. So she wound up being a tag team with Soruka. They're setting up for that split eventually.
Yeah.
That's how you should do it. Not everyone that comes in has to get a title shot and be champion. So I don't know if their end goal is to have her on the main roster by beginning of the year or middle of next year, but slow it down. If you're mad that she's not coming off as a face, why'd you put her out in the forefront? Could just have her debut in the middle of the show, debut at the beginning of the show. You have to have her debut at the end after a title match.
Ariel's calling Blake Monroe the next Maurice.
I mean, she's a more physical Maurice, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Because Maurice was never that vicious. That girl is vicious.
Trick Williams retained the TNA title after defeating Briggs. This started off the show pretty much there, man. So thoughts about TNA Trick?
I love Briggs' effort in that match. He performed very well. It really felt like a main event. If they put that at the end of the show as the main event, it would have cooked. So Josh Briggs is he's slowly but surely coming to his own. So he's pretty much, and the fact that he got that match because his guy gave him that match. So because that guy has bigger fish to fry in Obafemi, so he was like, yeah, you can have this one. I want that guy over there. So Josh Briggs, he made the best of the opportunity, so I'm happy for him. I mean, he's gonna be the legit big man down the road that can possibly win the NXT championship.
Think so?
If they build him the right way and the way he's going, looks like he might turn into a heel one of these days or a monster face because Oba's running that competition.
The way I view Josh Briggs is like he's that not necessarily a big man, and
right.
So he's like 6'8", so he's never gonna be able to go up against somebody like Omos and be considered the big man, right?
Oh no. But he's like Trick Williams, he has the height, the strength and stuff like that. So
I mean the Trick is smaller though. I wouldn't consider Trick a big man at all. But I just don't see like Braun Strowman. There was a ceiling to his bigness. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not at that 7-foot range. Well, if you're at that 7-foot range, then it's different, I think. And I mean the ceiling isn't as low in my opinion. I could be wrong about Josh, but I don't see WWE champ in his future.
I mean, he's still qualified as a heavyweight in a sense.
Yeah, he does for sure.
So with that alone, if they find his stride, I could see him maybe like next year or something become an NXT champion. I mean, or maybe not. He may get called up as someone's muscle or something, but he has it in him. He just has to find it. But the guy has potential, a whole lot of potential.
Yeah. So what do we think about the match between him and Joe Hendry that's going to happen at Slammiversary? I'm thinking this is the time where Joe Hendry takes the title back.
Yeah. That's how I see it. I think they gave Trick this run. And then with SummerSlam coming up and hopefully the draft coming up, he gets that final that call up. So I would actually be shocked if Trick Williams successfully defends that championship with TNA, because what's next down the road for him. So that'd be interesting to see. But yeah, I got Joe Hendry winning that rematch, have him become the 2-time champ. He goes on to defend and one day lose to someone in the TNA roster. But he's been having some good title defenses. He had a few on TNA and then most of them on NXT. So he gave TNA title some rub. So I think if he does lose, we expect to see Trick on the main roster sooner than later.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think about Eric was saying? Speaking of Jade Cargill, would you see her as an NXT champion at some point here?
Jade Cargill? It's too late for that. I mean, if that was the case, they should have sent her down there and have her, work through the ranks. I don't see her getting demoted. Like they created star power around her, so I don't see her getting demoted at all to go down to NXT. So they brought her strictly to the main roster, so that's where she gonna stay.
When you see Ikulu making his on-screen debut in WWE, he did, right? He was on main event, right?
No, he just did some dark matches before SmackDown.
I thought it was the main event match. Okay.
No, I think they do the main event tapings before Raw.
Okay.
So yeah, he's been doing back-to-back dark matches before SmackDown starts. So if we don't see him in Saudi, I'd say by SummerSlam you'll see him. They just get him ready, let him get his feet wet, having these matches and stuff. So yeah, I see him pulling up probably basically in the summer. So if not this weekend, for sure SummerSlam.
SummerSlam? Yeah, SummerSlam makes sense. That makes a lot of sense there. So, all right. Let's see. Jasper Troy has been continuing to make his presence felt. He went after Javon Evans and then ended the show going face to face with Obafemi again. You think they can run it back again?
Oh, they run it back eventually. They can run it back eventually. They probably gonna feed him Javon Evans. I don't see Javon Evans beating him. So he's gonna go through that. But yeah, man, I think they're setting him up to be the guy to defeat Obafemi.
Yeah, I really think that's what they're trying to do, to have this face down again.
Yeah.
I think they're really trying to put the title on him, and let him build that way. I think that is way too soon.
Oh yeah. But depends on when they want Obafemi on the main roster.
Yeah, he's ready to go, bro. Like, there's a log jam, bro. Like, there's still people ready to go.
Yeah,
they just need.
I guess if they have I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a summer PLE for NXT. Maybe it's Heat Wave or what have you. I mean, if Oba's getting called up, they're gonna run it back in the summer.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna run it back. Maybe a Heat Wave or something. They're gonna have that match Romo again. Maybe they add a stipulation to that. I don't know, but yeah, I think they're gonna strap the Rocket.
Monster standing.
Yeah, because he's shorter than Oba, but he showed he put Obafemi through a car window. So
yeah.
The man has it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. All right. So that does it for NXT. Let's talk Night of Champions, man.
Yeah.
And let's break down this card here. 6 matches on the card.
Sheesh.
Got starting up Sami Zayn, he's going to be really hot out there in Saudi versus Karrion Kross here. The internet's favorite right now. So
yeah, it's the man that's been we've been wanting to see on TV in a ring, not on main event, but an actual on a flagship show, and we getting him on a PLE. This is gonna be our prayers are answered. So we're getting Karrion Kross on TV and at a pay per view. So this is nice. I wanna see Karrion win, but I understand the storyline wise that Karrion Kross's goal is to have Sammy see the truth of what he's saying. So I would not be surprised if Karrion Kross does get a loss here. I would not be upset too much because I'm one of the people who see the long term and the whole purpose of the storyline that he's got going. So the man sacrificed himself in a match against AJ Styles. Like literally, he took the phenomenal elbow with his hands behind his back. So I'm pretty sure he's probably gonna do the same for the haluva kick because I don't think Sam's gonna take another L in Saudi because he took one on his first appearance in Saudi. So yeah, I got Sammy actually winning this match.
Yeah, same here. Lena just brought up the Tongans returning at Night of Champions to align with Jacob Fatu here. That could be really interesting. I didn't even think about the Tongans, but
yeah, me neither. I mean, I know they're due to come back, but I figured they would align with Solo since kayfabe wise, Solo is the reason why they're here.
Right.
In WWE. And before Tama Tonga got hurt, he was like kind of looking at, Jacob a little sideways when he was starting to, act a little different when he was, the moment he said he's off the leash and he was the way he was talking to Solo, like Tama just looking at him like, hey, what you doing? So I think he's probably going to stay loyal to Solo. And you got Jimmy, and eventually you get Jay, and they might bring in somebody else. Who knows? Roman's rumored to be back, so maybe he'll be. I don't know what kind of Roman Reigns we're gonna get this summer, but right now I don't see. I could be wrong. Lena could be right, but right now the loyalty with the Tongans, I think, is still gonna lie with Solo because Solo brought him in.
Okay. That makes sense. That's who they were really with. But there was this point in time where Solo went away for a couple of weeks, and Tama was hanging out with Jacob.
Yeah, you had no choice.
Right. So maybe something happened at this point in time.
Maybe. Maybe. With this whole bloodline thing, I learned that no matter what option I give is always something different. So
yeah,
ain't no telling, man.
With this match here, Solo and Jacob, I'm going Jacob Fatu to return the U.S. Championship here.
I was gonna go with Solo because he has JC, but now with Jimmy lurking around now because he still has beef with his little brother, I can see Jimmy being in Jacob's corner. So I got Jacob beating Solo, but eventually Solo's winning gold somewhere because the guy deserves it. So either they run it back and he beats Jacob then with the help of Hikuleo, or unless Hikuleo shows up at Night of Champions, then yeah, we definitely getting Solo as a new United States champion. But right now, I'm still gonna go with Fatu.
Okay. So Lena is saying that Solo brought in JC without the Tongan's approval or even talking to him about it, and that's why they're going to side with Jacob.
Tongues hurt, so I mean, technically, they brought in Jacob without the Tonga's approval. You know, because remember when Jacob showed up, they were looking at each other like,
Yeah.
"Did you get the memo?" No. So that part doesn't really matter because he's gonna do it regardless. So yeah.
All right. Our ladies match, Rhea Ripley versus half of the tag team champions, Big Mommy Cool. They had a little brush up there on, what was it, SmackDown or Raw?
Raw this past Monday.
Yeah. So how do you think that went and make you look forward to this match?
Yes, it did. It's about freaking time. Raquel Rodriguez, one, getting booked to do something cool. She's not losing these dumb matches to people half her size. She's not looking like a buffoon. She looks like that Raquel Gonzalez from NXT who tore it up with Rhea Ripley. So it's almost like Lyra needed Becky to bring that beast out of her. So it looks like we're getting that beast out of Raquel that I've been waiting since her debut. No more smiles, no more flexing the back. You know, with the goofy glasses, with the big smile, which she does have a nice smile. But the point is, you know, she's 6 feet, a goody goody two shoes. Like, come on, where's that big mommy cool that Dakota Kai, you know, called her. You know, that Latina version of Diesel. So we're getting that finally. So this street fight is going to be brutal. For her to Tahana bomb Rhea through the table, that was dope. You know, Roxanne's probably gonna be in her corner, so I actually got Raquel finally getting a dub here.
Okay. I agree. I mean, this L won't hurt Rhea at all.
Yeah.
And it will definitely help Raquel a lot. And
exactly.
I think we can further the story along with the whole Roxanne part of it.
Exactly.
Let's get her involved. Let's get her to be part of the tag team champions. And and yeah, let's work that whole angle and see what we can do with her and Dom. That's what I want to see. Let's keep that going. So yeah, this should be
exactly. Raquel needs his win. There's no purpose of her getting booked this way just to lose to Rhea. Like you said, Rhea can afford an L. It's Rhea Ripley, so she doesn't have to win all the time. So this is one of those that Raquel has to win. It's a street fight. The odds are in her favor. Rhea has no backup. She has Roxanne, so this should go in Roxanne's favor finally.
Yep. No rules, no mercies. Rhea's taking this one. She's on the storm. She never lost its edge.
Well, normally I would agree, but Big Mommy Crew, La Ruda, she's here. She's finally arrived. Yeah.
All right. Let's talk Jade Cargill versus Asuka. This is the Queen of the Ring finals. You say you have Jade Cargill winning Queen of the Ring, but this is Asuka,
right?
And I mean, like her matches that she's come back, she's looked pretty dangerous.
Yeah. I mean, for storyline purposes, Jade has to win this Queen of the Ring tournament. Okay. Jade has had more L's than wins since she's been back, since she came back Elimination Chamber. I mean, she lost to WrestleMania. She didn't qualify for Money in the Bank. She needs this win to involve the storyline with Naomi, because I don't see Naomi coming down and screwing her out of a Queen of the Ring, because why would she do that when she has, bigger fish to fry, which is the last woman standing match on SmackDown? So why would she bother herself in that? Asuka is going to put on the show. My only concern is, can Jay keep up? Because she has to look good in this match. She has to bring it. And because Asuka's gonna bring it. She brings it every time. She's one of the hardest hitting women in the game. So
Yeah.
Jade has to look good. She has to keep up with Asuka, and she has to play the role of the dominant, big woman because she's gonna be bigger than Asuka. So she's gonna have to
Yes.
match that strength and make it look good. So that's the only concern is can she keep up? Other than that, I got her winning.
I'm with you. I do like Jade winning for the sake of story, everything like that. But yeah, Asuka has been looking good since coming back.
I mean, if you think about it, Asuka doesn't have to win the Queen of the Ring tournament to get to EO because the story with that writes itself.
Yes.
And with Liv Morgan out the way, unfortunately due to injury, Asuka can take that, can be her challenger while Roxanne goes on to be a tag team with Raquel. So it kind of favors Asuka at the moment. So I wouldn't mind seeing Asuka versus EO at SummerSlam or maybe Evolution.
Good point. You keep forgetting about Evolution being something to put a little bit further as something to work forward to. So yeah.
Yeah, because with Liv, because they was building that pay-per-view around Liv. So with Liv being gone, they had to rewrite some stuff. So we just add that match in there, have her against Asuka. That'll feed families.
All right. Lena's got Jade for the Queen of the Ring as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And we've got Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. This is the King of the Ring final here. This don't seem right. Cody Rhodes and the King of the Ring. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing with this? What are we doing?
Oh man, what's wrong with Cody being in the King of the Ring?
Like they don't need to be King of the Ring. Either one of these people need to be King of the
Ring. True. True. They could, but who else they gonna put in there that's gonna be believable? Well, they could have put LA Knight in there, but LA Knight has business with Seth Rollins, so that's why he's not in there. I mean, I don't know who to pick because I kind of don't want to believe that Randy Orton's gonna become runner-up 2 years straight. In Saudi, he was a runner-up last year to Gunther. He wants to run it back. Both of these guys wants to run it back with Cena. So one of these guys is getting a rematch. But Cody is a new Cody now. It's not like years ago when he was studying under Randy Orton. Now Randy Orton is he's Cody Rhodes is a former champion now. So it's like, can the student finally beat the teacher at this point? So I think I'm gonna go with Orton because I don't want to. It'd be something to see him come up short 2 years straight. So I got Orton.
I honestly can't even pick this. I really want to pick option C as somebody yet to be named to win this thing. Right? Like, I mean, this is an R-Truth moment. R-Truth need to come out and win this thing.
Yeah, King Truth. That'd be a good.
That would be perfect.
That'd be a good. And then he could run it back with something.
Yes, that's perfect right there. I don't know what we doing with this. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick Cody Rhodes because I can't see Cody losing. He's the face that run the place. Cody not losing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's one of his dreams to be King of the Ring. How about that?
Maybe.
He told Triple H a long time ago.
and this time, this isn't my daddy's dream, it's my dream.
This is why this is happening. So yeah.
Man, we'll see. We will see.
All right. So that brings us to the main event here. We talked about it a little bit in the beginning, but Cena versus CM Punk for the WWE Championship. Who you got here?
I mean, it's pretty
And
obvious.
are you digging the whole build up, the pipe bomb, all this kind of stuff?
Pipe Bomb was a masterpiece.
Okay.
That was, and it took me. It didn't take long for me to figure out that they was literally redoing the entire promo from back then. They rehashing it, but Cena is the one that's doing it. They had R-Truth again, losing to and winning in a disqualification. He disappears. We had CM Punk go through a table just like John Cena went through a table. He was calling out everyone who is not in WWE, same way, breaking the fourth wall.
What? Oh my God! He said Cesaro's name.
He said, like, hello, Claudio. Hey, Nick Nemeth. Hey, Matt Cardona. And it's like, it's insane that even Matt Cardona, he tweeted back. He's like, hey. So it's like, from the moment Cena was like, I'm retiring, so I got something to get off my chest, I'm like, I've heard that before.
Yeah.
So it was a nice touch. This is probably gonna be the best feud Cena has in his retirement tour. So it's crazy how the roles are in reverse, and now Cena is the heel. But it's obvious Cena's gonna win. He's probably gonna give him the Cena special, nut shot, belt to the face, AA, 1, 2, 3, Cena's still champ.
Yeah. I think Cena needs like a guy to do his dirty work for him. Like help him cheat. You know what I'm saying? Like he needs somebody to help him with this stuff.
Maybe Travis Scott.
Yeah, something.
Travis Scott.
Be nice.
Fiend.
But, I agree. Cena's gonna retain, and we'll see what happens next with him. I still hope at some point we're gonna get the end to this Ron Killings thing. That's what I'm looking for.
True. Me too. I'm looking forward to that big time because I like I said, I want to see what's the end game with this truth.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Anything else I didn't bring up, man, you want to talk about?
Let's see. We got 6-belt Mercedes. So
Tony Storm in that white shirt on Collision.
Oh yeah. That's gonna everyone's gonna start wearing that too eventually. But yeah, speaking of that, when that promo she hit, I was like, wow, they actually let that happen on network television on Saturday night, huh?
Oh, the MF.
Yeah. I was like, oh, they letting Tony Storm loose here. But yeah, and before people start complaining that there's no women's championship match at the PLE, there was supposed to be one, but Liv got hurt. Liv was supposed to have Io Sky for the Women's World Championship.
Yeah.
So
separated shoulders. So.
Yeah, so they were supposed to have that match there, so that would have been your championship match, but they crossed it out, and this is probably why we got Rhea and Raquel instead. So, or maybe I think that's the reason why we got Sammy and Karrion Kross, because originally I think Sammy and Karrion Kross was supposed to be on Monday Night Raw, but since it was the same night Liv messed up her shoulder, so they probably moved it to Night of Champions. And why is it called Night of Champions and we only got 2 championship matches?
Usually Night of Champions or Clash of Champions is champion versus champion, from the brands, and they fight it out. That kind of thing. That's usually how it happens. So.
That too. But I mean, Io, I give it out because she had an opponent and stuff happens. Dom has an injury, a legit rib injury, so he's out. So the New Day could have been there. defend the tag team titles against somebody.
That's true.
You know,
That's true.
I mean, the Profits, they're busy on SmackDown, so they have an out. But the Raw tag team championships, they're not doing nothing. They just sitting around with a bunch of pimps.
Yeah. Yeah, John. The Thunder Rosa and Athena's happening at Supercard of Honor.
Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier because they're gonna be in a battle royal.
Yeah. Let's see. They need to stop having tag team champions go for the women championship.
This is true.
Okay.
This is true. I mean,
Sammy versus Karrion Kross replacing AJ versus Dom. Yep. Yeah. So that one. That is a shame about Dom. Dom's been another workhorse, bro. It's another workhorse.
I thought it was a fake injury because of the storyline, but he legit has a rib injury. So
yeah. But he could still come out there with Roxanne. Okay, Dom can still do work with Roxanne. He's a heat magnet.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Heat magnets. Give him a microphone. Everybody's gonna do. All right, cool, man. All right, well, what you got coming up on Sports for You Wrestling?
Saturday we are doing the Night of Champions watch along. For now, it's me and John. Might have more people show up. So Dale, if you're not busy, you want to pull up, you're more than welcome. But we are gonna have the watch along for Night of Champions on Saturday. And of course, Tribal Warzone, Monday Night Raw, the Fallout on. Well, actually, no. There won't be a Tribal Warzone on Monday because Raw comes on too early. Most of us is still traveling home from work, so no one's gonna be there to stream it. So there won't be a Tribal Warzone on Monday. So we will be back on Wednesday.
Gotcha. All right, cool. All right, y'all be sure to check him out over on Sports for You Wrestling. And let's see, Judgment Day winning the titles. With the tag team titles?
I'm guessing the women's, but they are technically the Judgment Day are already women's tag team champions.
Yeah, I think it's about Finn and JD, I think.
I mean that kind of kills JD. I mean that kind of kills Finn's eventual separation from Dom, unless they're getting rid of that because of Liv, which I still think they can pull that off with that whole Dom and Finn thing. So it doesn't make any sense to have them tag team champions, have Finn tag team champions again.
He's really good at it. That's it.
Yeah, but Finn is another guy that needs a push. So no tag team titles for Finn.
Yeah, I think they've shelved him like kind of long enough to let him just be a supporting role guy. Like let him loose. Especially we saw the demon little hints. So.
The Easter eggs, and JD McDonough, he's getting solo promos as well. So he's might be branching off and going his own way. So this Judgment Day split is happening sooner than later.
Yep. I'm with you on that. All right, everybody. Y'all enjoy the wrestling this weekend. We will see y'all back next week. Kenny Omega.
Must bid you two a goodbye. Mwah. Good night. Bang! Yes!
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.